night, evening, or afternoon, depending on when you're watching this video. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. It is Wednesday here in California. It's the last day of a nice weather day. It's supposed to start raining next few days, so taking this time to make a video for you guys and give you guys my tip for you new riders out there. Everyone who's been riding a very long time, whether it's mainly, I must say at least 5 years plus. I would say 10 years. You know, everyone has their own opinions about everything, and I have my own as well. It's not to say mine could be correct or invalid, but I have my opinions for new riders, and I'm gonna take this time to give my tips to you guys. Tell you guys some things that I've learned that you can probably apply to yourself. So, first off, I want to start off with saying, if you're a new rider, just bought a bike, whatever size it was, whether it's 1,000, 600, 750, 800, whatever it is for one, don't ride above your comfortability. There's a lot of new riders out there that feel like they need to go fast all the time. They feel like they need to keep up with every other rider or the group that they're riding with. You don't have to do that. If you're a new rider and you know yourself and you feel like you don't want to rush anything or whatever it is, take your time. Just take your time. Don't ever feel like you have to speed everywhere you go. Don't feel like you gotta speed everywhere you go. Don't feel like you have to have the sickest wheelies and learn wheelies right away. Like, there's time for all of that, and there's a place for all of that too. It's called the track. So just be careful. Don't ride above your means. That's like one of the main tips I want to tell you, because a lot of people don't think about that. That's a big dude on a 400 or 250 or whatever size back it is. Another tip of mine is this is kind of like a double standard kind of way, because I didn't do it, but a lot of riders that have been down, or even some that haven't, are gonna say wear your gear: helmet, gloves, jacket, riding pants, and riding shoes. A lot of people are gonna say that, and to be honest with you guys, you're good, bro. I gotta go in a whole different lane than you are. A lot of people gonna be like, oh, why are you lane splitting these other lanes? Because I gotta get to a different freeway. I'm on this truck's ass. I know, I'm sorry guys. But the safe thing to do is to wear your gear. Obviously, I used to wear gear, I stopped wearing it. And the consequences of that is that if I were to ever get in a crash, road rash is gonna really fuck me up. I could have a broken bone, or way much worse, right? So, wearing gear is always highly recommended, always. But I'm an honest person. To be honest with you guys, wear what you want. I know a lot of riders gonna be like, yo, why are you encouraging people to not wear gear or stuff? Because the one thing I've learned which is where I get into like the things I've learned, is that no matter what you tell riders, we're gonna do what they want. So like, some of you might be like, then what's the point of you making this video? Because there might be a few that actually might get you, that might be like, you know what? I like this guy's energy. I'm gonna wear my gear, or I'm gonna be careful, or whatever else tips I'm gonna be saying. Someone might actually listen to me. So, wear your gear, guys. Be safe about it. But at the same time, to be honest with you, because I've learned people wear what they want, just wear what you feel comfortable as well. Like, to be honest with you guys, all I wear is a leather vest, some jeans, my riding shoes, my gloves, and my helmet. If I go down, my arms are gone. Like, they're gonna get scratched up for sure. My legs and my knees might get shot or messed up, maybe. But at the same time, those are my consequences. Which leads me to my next tip is, as a rider, accept the fact that you can die on a motorcycle. A lot of people look at motorcycles, say, oh, I'm gonna get one. They don't do the research about really of it too much. They're just like, oh, what's cool to do? I'm gonna go buy a motorcycle. There's a lot of deaths in motorcycle community, a lot. And to be honest, some of you have probably experienced some deaths from motorcycles that your family member had went through, as in like you had a dad that passed away on a motorcycle, maybe a mom, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin. Maybe your significant other passed away on a motorcycle. A lot of people don't understand that motorcycles ain't no joke. Does the risk factor increase as you get a bigger bike? Yes and no. That's completely up to you. The factor of having a motorcycle in general, being on twos, is always going to be the same. What I mean by that is I can have a 300, take two different people. Someone could be on a 300, someone could be on a liter bike, right? 1,000. They're both following the law, both riding properly, not speeding, anything. But they both died in a motorcycle accident because the crazy ass car took them both out. So that always stays the same. If you're following the rules, you're driving the best you can, you're being as cautious as possible, that's always, the risk of that happening is always going to be the same. Now, what will make it not the same is if one's on a 300, one's on a liter bike, and the guy on the liter bike is going a $1.20 or $1.50, speeding everywhere, while the 300 is still continuing to go around the speed limit that it's supposed to. This time the liter bike dies because he decides to crash into a car because he wasn't paying attention, because he was speeding. So, and that's where the risk of increases even more, because you're speeding. Can you speed on a 300? Of course. You can speed on any motorcycle. But to be honest with you, the size of the motorcycle can make a bigger risk difference because of the more power you have. So with that said, be careful with what you're be careful with what you're purchasing. I have never seen that in my life. A drop Tesla. It's pretty sick. I like it. That shit's nice. That shit is nice. He dropped the shit out of that Tesla. But be careful with what bike you're getting into. Do your research. Learn a little bit more about liter bikes. There's so many videos on YouTube that talk about different motorcycles that have come out, the difference between different cc's of motors. There's a lot of different bikes you can buy, a lot of different engine sizes, different features. If you want raw motorcycles, I'm not gonna lie, early 90s and somewhat mid 2000s or late 2000s, raw bikes, not too much tech or technology in them like we do today, because the bikes we have today, way too much tech inside of them. Bikes we got today got wheelie control, drift control, traction control, all kinds of control. Shoot, matter of fact, you might not be in control of your own damn bike while you're riding, pretty much. Not only that, the type of gear, if you plan on buying gear, head up your local cycle gear store, head up the employees, ask as many questions as you need to. You gotta remember, anyone who's ridden, anybody who's ridden or riding right now has started just like you. Didn't know anything about gear, about bikes, the size of bikes, tires, nothing. Nobody knew anything. You're not just born knowing all that stuff. You're taught or you do your own research. One of those two. So don't ever feel, oh, I'm a little embarrassed to ask this question or know this. Everyone goes through it. Everyone's gone through it. Even I've gone through it. Another thing I can tell you guys is, if you bought a bike, take the motorcycle course. I know some of y'all gonna be like, that should be the first thing out your mouth. Well, I'm not going in order. It'll teach you the basics of clutch, brakes, rear brake, and you know, your shifter. All the basic components and some other tips and tricks that they will teach you that you technically won't learn on your own. And you might learn on your own, but it's better to be taught, to be honest with you. And then to be honest, one of the last few tips I can think of right now is network. Get to know more people, find good people to ride with. To be honest with you, not only just practicing on a motorcycle will help make you a better rider, but so does riding with people too. Because you can learn off each other. You can learn each other's, you know, how they do things. And maybe you might want to apply it to yourself because maybe it works for you too. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed the little video. Little tips and tricks. Well, tips technically. And it's going to be raining for the next few days, but I don't know, once a week anyways. But I will catch y'all on the next video, alright? Peace out.